The views and opinions of this broadcast do not reflect the views and opinions of Armed Media, New Productions and its affiliates. Enjoy the show.
I'm a big fish in a small pond. Got my days free and my nights long. I create my own reality. Who I am is fine with me. As famous as I wanna be. Who I am is fine with me. To I am, to I am, who I am is fine with me.
Oh my God. I've been waiting for this and waiting for this for days. And I tried to take a nap today and I couldn't sleep. It was like Christmas. It was crazy. So what is this? Tonight is Kristen Piera has joined us. Joanna Abundanza has joined us. Nicole Savino has joined us. Jeffrey Campbell has joined us. This is episode 53 of What's the Story with Maria. 53 means it's the first episode of season 2. That's right, your second year. This is Michael Vaccaro has joined us. Lisa Cruniali, Eudenia Mesa, Jason Peck. Oh my God, Jeannie Craig, Michael Sawyer. So many people are joining us. This is amazing. Enrique Silva has joined us. So all these amazing people are joining us because this is What's the Story with Maria, and we come live every week, Tuesday nights at 9. So tonight, oh my God, Joe Savino has joined us. He's famous. Christina Ariana has joined us. She's famous. So tonight we are broadcasting live from Boston, but right outside Boston, my cousin Rena has this beautiful home that I love, and especially this backdrop with the big bay window, they call it in Massachusetts. That's a bay window if you live anywhere else. It's a big deal, a bay window. If you have a bay window, you're doing something right. But you're not trying too hard. It's nice. People look at you and go, they got a bay window. It's kind of nice.
It's not pretentious.
Not pretentious, but it means you have style. Thank you very much.
Lots of windows.
Oh, and there's Ron. Oh, and your garden is beautiful, by the way, Ron. So, okay, this is my cousin Rena Cuniali, who married Ron Berge, and she became Rena Berge. And so these are I call it the law offices of Berge and Berge. There they are. And they have been nice enough to open their home. Rena comes on our show every week, and we cannot thank her enough. Everybody say thank you to Rena.
Thank you, Rena.
Fantastic. Now, we're on air. That's right. So Rena now is our line producer, and that means she's going to be in charge from the sidelines of what is happening next. So Rena is going to go off and be our line producer. Be careful because there's a lot of wires over there. And Ron is going to be security. Don't laugh. Okay, Ron is already laughing. Ron Berge is going to be our security. Okay, so the first thing I want to do is I want to show you something. So our family, everybody says to me, oh my God, you're so funny, blah, blah, blah. Yeah, because my family is funny. And we have been funny since day one. And all we do is act crazy together and play jokes on each other. And my grandmother, who I visited today, her favorite thing in her home is a whoopee cushion. I'm just going to leave it at that. And I'm not joking. She tricks all of us. It's been, I don't know how many years now on the planet, and I still sit on the whoopee cushion. So that's where it comes from. So let me just show you something. So stop it. Naughty. Okay, so I want to show you that this is our family back in Italy, right across the ocean. They actually were in Tripoli in this picture because after World War II, and I think Cora will correct me on this, right? It was after World War II, they went over to an annex in Africa, across the ocean. I always say to my African-American friends, we are neighbors and divided by an ocean, and that no joke. So they went over there and they spent a little time there before they came to America. So in Cora, my cousin Cora, who's here, Cora Gauthier, married the handsome Bill Gauthier, who's always on our Facebook, is also here in Herm. So I'm going to show you who's here now. My Uncle Louie, and then I'll bring on his grandchildren. My Zia Miguelina, my Zia Maria, my Zia Elena, my Grandpa Jerry, and Uncle Joe is not in here. So I want to show you. You know why? Because Uncle Joe Savino is in this picture. Here he is right here. And Uncle Joe Savino was the first of this. They were brothers and sisters to come to America. And so he, as an immigrant, came to America with his beautiful wife, Frances, and they were the first people to come here. And they worked really, really, really hard. And they were entrepreneurs and they were hardworking people. I think the first thing they might have had was a ice company, maybe. And they carried blocks of ice up 5-6 story, and they dropped it off. That's what they did. And they were in refrigeration, then heating. And that was my Uncle Joe Savino. And so the reason I think this is such an amazing thing is because last year we had a family reunion, which our family reunions are off the hook. We have a lot of fun. And I ran into a cousin of mine that I hadn't seen in a really long time, like over 20 years, my cousin Joe Savino, who is the grandson of this Joe Savino. And he was joking around with me and said, hey, I got a radio show now. I'm a radio guy. And I'm like, oh, yeah, all right, Joe. I think he's pulling my leg. I'm like, yeah, he's a radio guy. All right. Because he's in heating. He's got, these are like blue-collar guy radio. I'm like, Ray, what are you talking about? He goes, no, I'm serious. And I'm joking. And Gene and Joyce are like, they're trying to give me the eye like, yeah, I think he really does. And I'm like, not falling for it. I'm not catching the signals. So anyway, finally he goes, just Google me. I go into Joe Rocks. I'm like, Joe Rocks? Who could have got a name like Joe Rocks? So I type it in. It comes up. Boom, 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 boom. Google. I'm like, holy shit, this guy's not kidding, right? So anyways, yeah, I got a radio. And, maybe you come on the show sometime, whatever. And I'm like, what do I need? What equipment? And he says, look. So a couple of days later, we talked. We became Facebook friends. And he's like, you can, if you want, I don't have anybody in New York right now. You could be the New York girl. But, you got to prove yourself, too. I know you're my cousin, but, you got to. So I'm like, I completely took the challenge. So I said, well, what I know best is entertainment. My friends are in the entertainment business, but they're creative. Could I do that? He's like, sure, whatever you want. And now I go, well, look, I've listened to some of your shows, and some of them are way to the right. That's not me. I'm not going to. He goes, listen, Joe, you don't remember this conversation. You probably had a few. But anyway, right. Well, listen, this is what I said. No, I know. You're totally Miller. But wait, at the time, Joe, so this is what Joe said, which I think is important. He said, it doesn't matter what do your show, be good at what you do, just don't be hurtful to any group. That's what I tell all my people. And I said, I can do that. So that's what we did. But now, that was like a year ago. In a year, Joe Savino III, I believe, has done incredible things with Armed Radio, Armed Digital Media, and it's very apropos that the first guy that came over the ocean. Stop making faces, Joe. I'm trying to be like really sentimental here, and you're making faces. So you are. You know what? You are dessert. So to Joe Savino and now Joe Savino brought me on board. I'm forever grateful. Joe Savino, come on here, and he's going to come on with the coach as himself. Yes, that's right. Applause. Come on, guys. The coach as himself. It doesn't matter what side you sit on. Coach, maybe here, Joe, it doesn't matter.
Joe,
put me in, Coach. I don't play. All right. So Joe Savino and the coach, they have a. Joe, come over here.
I'm very excited.
I'm very close.
I'm very excited to be here.
I know. You smell good. You smell like coconuts or something. Oh, it's the coconut cake.
No.
Did you have the coconut?
No,
Wait, you smell like sausage and broccoli raw. Is that your aftershave? No, that's what Marie said. Okay. So come closer to me, guys, so we can get your beauty. Look at the coach. He's cute. Yeah, Coach. Cute. So these are the two stars.
Big stars.
I know. Of Joe Rocks Live.
In person.
And wait, you're on Thursday nights.
Often didn't look at him. Okay, good. Yeah.
You're on Thursday nights at 10 p.m.?
Eastern.
How long is your show? An hour, 2 hours?
As long as we want, right, Coach?
As long as you want. I only have an hour. You have as long as you want. Oh, you're the boss. Yeah, you're connected. And I noticed, Coach, that sometimes he yells at you, and you're so easygoing about it.
Oh, yeah.
He swears. You don't care.
I don't
then he takes a sip of beer, and then he calms down. Yeah. Coach never loses his cool. No. Did you know that?
No. I like never lose my beer.
He's in the studio, and it's cool. Yeah. But you usually have strippers in your audience. I've seen your show. You have like strippers or something. I don't know. Don't you have like strippers floating by?
Well, we have a lot of strippers. I'm not sure.
Yeah, I know. I've seen them. Oh my God! Now Robbie wants to get on your show. So, Joe, tell me how this came to be. How were you just laying in bed? Were you at a strip club? Where were you that you?
I was actually at a strip club.
Okay, I knew it. And how did this come? Like, I'm going to start a radio station.
I said I want to be famous, and they said, that's what happened, basically.
You wanted to be famous, and you said I'm going to create my own fame.
No, I really don't know what happened. It just happened. Right?
But
it's my
snowballs.
Right, it's too long for to
okay. Well, can I say thank you? Everybody say thank you to Joe.
Thank you, Joe. Yeah. Okay.
And wait, how cute is the coach?
Yeah, as himself. Let's go.
Wow. Okay, all the girls are fanning themselves now over the coach. Fan yourself, Joe. Woo!
All right, Coach,
is something else, Coach. They're going crazy. I think hot flashes. A lot of us are over 50. Are you recently divorced? You look so happy. Maybe that's why. Are you happy?
What?
He's recently divorced.
I'm very happy for him.
But I see that you try to hook him up every week.
Yeah, with strippers and stuff like that.
Strippers. Hey, listen, strippers are temporary girlfriends. They're perfect.
Strippers and farming.
That's it. Farm animals. What are you talking about? Listen, there are people, animal rights activists here.
Okay, well, let me show you.
Get out of here. You're off the show.
All right,
That's
okay,
it.
okay.
His show is dirty. And
No,
my
it isn't.
show
It's
is good.
clean.
It's-
And I'm in the center. To
What?
the right.
Yeah, I know. He's always in the middle. And he's got the big equipment. You got really big equipment there, Joe. Thank you.
I
very
do.
much. Thank you, Coach. Coach is himself, everybody.
Thank you for having me. Go.
I'm enjoying him. Thank you, Coach. May I kiss you? All right. I'm not a stripper, but I like you too.
Phillips up there?
A little bit. Just enough.
Good. Just
The coach is himself, everybody. The coach is himself. Oh my God. All right. So now I'm thinking, here's what we got to do. This is gotta. I think I got to bring on my sister Carla, and my cousin Marisa. Come on, please. Oh my God. All right. So you guys have heard me talk about. Please come on here. So that was Joe Savino and the coach is himself. Joe rocks. Thursday nights, 10 p.m. Eastern. Don't forget, armeddigitalmedia.com, Armed Radio. It's on, you want to listen to it in a podcast? It's on iHeartRadio. It is on Spreaker. And now, everybody, Spotify. Oh, my God. So that means you go to Spotify, you type in Joe Rocks, Night Talk with Joe Rocks, and that's it. You get all Joe's episodes. And you type in What's the Story with Maria, you get all the episodes. Unbelievable. Okay, so this is my sister Carla. There she is. How cute is she? I've talked about her. And my cousin Marisa. Oh, my God. Now, Marisa comes on the show every week, types in, however, she types in as Isabella Raskowski, who is, so she is coming in.
With permission.
Yes,
With
that's
permission.
true. That's
With
true.
permission.
She comes in under a pseudonym or what do you call that? Thank
An
you.
alias.
Oh my
An
God, my
alias.
family's so smart. This is a smart, wicked smart family. I couldn't think of alias. So it's true. She comes in under an alias, and we're going to bring the girls on in a little while. Okay, so what I wanted to the reason I brought them on together is because they're both sarcastic, and I love it, and they keep me in line. Now, this is a creative family, so we are representing Uncle Nona Jitty, who's our grandpa, and he was one of the brothers that came over here, and I want to talk about being creative in our family. So does anybody ever tell you that you couldn't be creative? No. We are, and what did our moms make? Our moms made clothes. What are some of the things that our mothers?
Barbie accessories.
Barbie accessories.
Yes. Do you remember we used to get the ottomans out of the tuna fish can and they put fabric over it and we'd have like Art Deco ottomans? That was one.
Wow. So you made.
Anna. Oh, we didn't make
No,
it.
you didn't have to buy the Mattel toys.
No.
You used
These were
what was in the
custom.
house.
Give me
and
that
then-
can of tuna.
and
I'm
then-
making an ottoman.
It was a beautiful
I got a
ottoman.
tablecloth for the tuna can. That's
Barbie
that worked.
clothes with Priscilla gown materials.
Yeah.
Left over
and
from-
real beading,
Right.
which my mother
Right.
worked on. She
Right.
made Carolyn Kennedy's dress, by the way.
Right.
She beaded it.
She
My mother,
did
Maria
with
Gentili.
Austrian crystals. My mother
Yeah.
was the one of 4 women in the country that did that kind of embroidery.
And she was in Life magazine about that story.
Isn't that?
Yeah, I wish I had
Yeah.
that with me right now.
And Maurice's dad, who was my mother's brother, was a baker,
Yes.
an amazing baker. And we talked about this where you guys as kids, tell that story, Marisa, where as kids you'd be making bread till
Bread in the bakery
all hours, right?
Till all hours.
with the oldies on, right, Marisa?
Well, yes, that and sometimes Kiss 108
Oh, okay.
when he was
with Maddie,
feeling young and
with
fresh. He liked that.
Maddie in the
Yeah.
morning.
Now, wait, I
This
want
is
to.
Maddie at night.
Is Leah Malloy listening right now? Leah Malloy works for you.
Yes.
Is she? If you are listening, Leah, can you please quickly call in? Because what they also have in common is they're both a little bit superstitious,
Yes.
right?
A little bit.
Tell them how I
Little bit.
run my business, Leah. How I keep
Right.
the
So
bad
if
energy
Leah
out.
calls in,
Yeah,
then
but
we'll
that's
tell that
not-
story.
that's-
If
you got to do
No,
that
it's
stuff.
legit.
You have to do-
No, it's legit.
I mean, that's
there's a lot of
some
there's a
things you
lot
don't
of
take chances.
No.
witchery. Well, we used to call each other the witches
the
of
holy
Eastwick.
water flies around my salon
Yes.
like nobody's business.
It's holy water. Too.
Oh my
No,
God!
it's from
Right.
special places.
Yes.
Oh, special
Yeah.
special churches, holy. Well, not the customers don't get the holy water though, right?
Some.
Well, some of them need
They
it.
need
Some of
it.
them need it. Like, you know, they
What do
get-
you do? Like you
getting
just
divorced.
maybe you put something in
Some
it, you throw holy
like
water.
terrible. No, I put it like gently on the back
Keep
of
the
the neck.
evil eye away, a little
Oh.
negative energy.
And
Wait,
then
but do you do the
cross.
cross?
Yeah,
I
yes,
do,
on the
yeah.
head.
So, okay, so
Yes.
you're doing all this,
I
the
got
cross, that's the
yes.
name of the Father, Son, and
Yeah.
Holy Spirit.
Keep the evil eye away. Keep the evil
Wow.
eye away. Yeah.
Oh my
Yeah.
God, Lumalo,
And then-
you right?
Oh,
Yes, yeah.
well, my
Oh, my
daughter
Lord.
might talk
Yes,
about that in a
yes.
minute.
All right, so
But-
I
and
made.
you know, if you lose something, what you have to do, right? Does everybody know?
Let's do the Saint Anthony prayer together.
Let's say you lose your keys. You got to get to work. This is not good. So now it's legit. You can say this.
It
prayer.
works.
Saint
Saint
Anthony,
Anthony,
Saint Anthony, come around. Something's lost and can't be found.
Within 60 seconds,
You'll
this
find
item will
You'll
show
find
up.
it.
Is
Yes.
that true? But you know what
Yes.
I always throw in, because I'm a little bit of a, like a kind of, I feel guilty. I always go,
It has
and if
to
you
be
can't,
legit.
don't worry. I'll
Yeah,
buy
that's
another
No,
so.
one.
but we
that's
have
so
a-
you.
That is so me.
Yeah.
Because I feel bad. I think St. Anthony's got a lot
No,
going
but
on.
he knows
gonna
us.
be
He
looking-
knows us
No,
already.
he's part of the Savino clan. He knows.
Oh,
He's like,
he knows.
oh wait, it's the Savino. Wait a
Yeah,
minute.
it's okay. It's
I
okay.
think I lost my
Do you know how
iPhone
many
charger.
St.
Now I'm going to ask
Anthony's
St.
we
Anthony.
have in our home? Right,
Everybody.
Angelica? How many?
The
At
bunch.
least 50.
Everybody's got to
They're
say that.
everywhere.
Everybody's got to St. Anthony. All right,
Yeah.
so
Once, excuse
go
me.
ahead. No, please.
Angelica was making a cake for school. This
She's
was
very
like high
creative.
school.
My niece
Yes,
is very
making
creative.
a cake, rainbow inside when you cut, amazing. But I got home from work and I'm really tired, and she had to go somewhere to bring the cake to the school for some event. So I'm cleaning up, and all of a sudden I see St. Anthony, the Madonna, and the Sacred Heart of Jesus,
Oh.
but they're in crystals.
Yeah.
But there's frosting all over them.
What?
And I said, and I was serious, like, really? I work all day and I got to come home and clean frosting off the goddamn Madonna right now?
Oh, wow.
Like, no.
Jesus
And I
Christ.
felt terrible. I Windextra really nice. I apologize.
She couldn't breathe, though. She
But it
couldn't
was
breathe. The
terrible.
chemicals.
It was- it was awful.
Thing.
Oh, my
But
God.
she made a really good cake. It's
She
okay.
did make a really good. All right. And did you know that one time when we were kids, Mommy found some pot that you had under the bed?
What?
Yeah.
A pot?
And
A
listen,
pot. A
It's
pot.
legal
a
now.
pot. Well, it's legal now. But wait. But this is how she found it. I said, Ma, how did you find it? It's not ours. It couldn't be ours. And I'm like, and she goes, because of St. Anthony, I was in the kitchen. And St. Anthony got, oh, Maria, help me. And St. Anthony sounded like he was smothered or something. And I'm like, what the hell?
Maybe he was high.
Apparently, my sister was
Right.
taking off her clothes and she threw a bra and it landed on St. Anthony.
Oh,
St.
no.
Anthony, listen, this is a true story. So St. Anthony had a bra on his head. My
No.
mother went burst in. She was so upset. She took the bra, she threw it on the ground. The bag of pot was on the ground.
Oh, my
She
God.
told me that story.
I never.
Wait a
No.
minute.
This is a true story.
Listen.
My mother told it.
St. Anthony's under a bra with pot, and you think
Yeah,
it was
yeah.
Collins?
No.
Come on.
No, I was a Carla's friend.
I don't.
No,
believe
no.
it.
She was
Maybe
holding
in
it.
the boot. Like in the suede boot.
Maybe in the suede boot.
Yeah, but not in
No,
the
it wasn't in St. Anthony or the
Oh,
bra.
all right.
No, my
Yeah.
mother threw it and it landed where the pot was.
Yeah.
Yeah.
St. Anthony found the pot.
pot.
You
Ah.
see? St. Anthony said my mother, but she heard like things,
Yeah,
you know.
he was looking for
So
help.
anyway, Isabella, honey, can you come over here, stand behind your mother? Okay, and Jelly, come over here, Angelica. All right, so now I do want to talk about, so these beautiful girls, this is my niece Angelica here, and she is my sister's daughter, and this is my beautiful cousin, Isabella. She is Maurice's daughter. So when you see Isabella Raskowski come on, it's really Marisa.
It's me.
Now,
Oh, right.
yeah. Now, Isabella,
That's me. I have permission.
I know, I
That's
love
good.
that though. Now, Isabella, you're okay with your mother hijacking your Facebook?
Yeah, it's fine.
How
Okay,
cute is
good.
she?
I know
I
she
know.
wants to watch.
Best
I
job
know
ever.
she
I know
wants
the
to
problem
watch.
Is that when I'm using my phone, I get notifications like, oh, like so and so commented on something that you commented on. Like, what did I call myself? I was with her the whole time.
It's just, oh my God. You're a good person, Isabella. But your mother always
She's a good
said
daughter.
that. You've been saying that since she was a
She's
peanut.
good. She's
Now,
nice.
I want to show, there's two things.
Oh.
So here we're at the, we're going to
Ooh.
randomly go to the food section of our show called
Got
Get Ahead, Keep Eating. Okay, so Marisa, this is our display plate. Coach, we practice this. 2 seconds, then you got to
Yeah.
Jesus Christ, it's your coach. So and Joe's like, what? You guys, we rehearsed this.
We did. We tried.
So this is,
Did we do
what
it?
did you make, Marisa? Tell me what you made.
Pasta with sausage and broccoli rabi.
Okay, and that is not regular broccoli. It's the,
The rabis.
The Andy Boy.
The Andy
You gotta
Boy.
buy the Andy
The
Boy.
Is it better?
The best one.
Oh,
oh
yeah.
my God,
yeah.
so that's delicious. And
It's got the
what kind of,
pink-
that's like the
Pink
swiggle?
wrap.
That's a
Yeah.
cavatappi. You
Cavatappi?
need, it has to have a shape, so it's sucks in all the
So the juice.
good juice.
Yeah. All right. So that's delicious. People, the hearts are coming up tonight. I'm gonna go back to my Boston accent. There's a lot of hearts coming up.
Yeah.
All right.
Talent.
No, because
Oh yeah.
Izzy made Isabella. Please, not the cannoli because that's separate.
Oh.
Isabella, tell us what's happening here.
So
And then wait, the section of our show is called.
Go
Go ahead. Keep eating. Beautiful.
Okay.
No, go ahead, Joe. Go ahead, like Raging Bull.
Practice.
All right. All right.
So
Go ahead, Isabella.
I made my Nani's chocolate chip cookies that I've been working to perfect.
So that's Tia Louisa. She's in heaven.
Eloise.
And then
I miss your sweaters from Bradley's.
we got to tell that story, man. Okay, so this is a recipe that your grandma had,
Yes.
and you perfected it.
I'm trying.
I heard
sure
great
they do.
things.
Uncle Brian
Has
said
anybody
they
had
did.
any of these cookies? You're gonna have to try 'em.
Said it. Yeah.
All right, and
That's what
keep
she brought
eating.
me.
Thank you.
Cookies she brought me.
Right, thank you, Uncle Nicky. That was perfect, actually. So this is the cannoli that I got at Maria's Bakery today that Rena Crignali Bergie told me to go to.
Just
because-
as good because
As just as good as Mike's. You can't get
No,
into
I
Mike's.
like Maria's.
And
we
Maria's,
like Maria.
and the lady was great. She told off the young millennial because he couldn't make change. I gave him $30. It was 27. He couldn't figure it out. He tried to put the 30 in. She goes, "Give me that goddamn money." Jesus, can't you figure out $30, 20? It's $3. And she hit him on the head. And I loved it.
Yeah.
I said, I love her. Like I had a little tear in my eye
Yeah.
because I wanted to slap him, but she didn't.
Yeah. Yeah.
So not you millennials are perfect.
Yeah.
Okay, so this is
Guaranteed, she has a St. Anthony in her kitchen.
She had it over there.
And her car.
She had it
And
over
her
there.
car.
And the car.
And St. Christopher.
Oh my
Yeah.
God. All right. So we are going to, girls, I can't thank you enough. Now, wait, you were going to tell that. What was that other story you were going to tell? You're going to say something.
Did Leah not call
She
her?
didn't call, but don't worry about
All
it.
right.
So wait, you went around and you
All right, there
put
was some
salt in
bad,
your
there was
shot?
some shenanigans going on at my salon, okay?
Shenanigans.
And I
You
finally
use
had,
shenanigans
That's
too?
my word.
I had, oh, I love that word.
Yes.
Okay.
And I had to get rid of some bad energy. So on a Saturday afternoon, after we had worked the whole week and I was really tired, I decided to put salt in all the corners of the salon and then sweep it out the back door to get the bad energy out.
Yes.
But meanwhile, all I had was a grinder.
So
So
put the
you hear
grind-
like all around the salon. And my coworker who's like sweeping up at the end of the day, she goes, "What are you doing?" You know, 'cause she could hear the sound.
and you
And I'm like, "I'm trying to get the bad energy out of the salon." And she's like, "Let me help you."
wow. Did it work?
She's great.
Is the energy gone?
Pretty much. Yeah,
Okay.
every now and then it
You know
pops
what?
back,
You
but
know what?
pretty
If you-
much
If you have a good box of kosher
I needed
salt,
the better salt.
you
I had
need
the
the-
wrong
the Jewish
salt.
Right,
salt.
there's not enough.
Oh
No,
my
the
God.
grinder was
Get
no.
the
It
nice
was yeah.
kosher
I
salt.
Listen,
need
I
better
use the
salt.
Himalayan sea salt
Oh,
from
Yeah.
Trader Joe's.
Yes.
It's less sodium.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
Now, I want to bring something up. Stay here for a second. So, Angelica, who's my niece. Now, both of you, your makeup is perfect, and you're both really good at this kind of thing. And you both, Angelica, like you are very artistic. When you were a little kid, you used to make costumes, and you still do creative things, right?
Yeah, I'm writing a novel right now. I've been obsessed with writing
Yeah.
my whole life,
Nice.
and
And she's in a writer's program at Salem State.
Yeah, I do like visual art too, all sorts of stuff. I bake, I do all sorts of stuff.
Yes, and
You
you
got
are a
something?
vegan.
I am vegan. Yeah.
I talk about you often. I don't
The
know
Italian
how.
vegan.
The
You're the Italian
The
vegan.
only one.
That you talk about creative, an Italian vegan. I don't
Yeah.
think there's one in the whole world.
It's been a good 5
I don't
years.
know how
too.
I feel about that.
I
Yeah,
know,
it's
I
very
know.
vegan.
The tofu ricotta. Okay,
I feel?
all right.
Really?
Okay, so
She
Jim,
makes
wait,
stuffed
Jimmy.
shells with tofu.
Jimmy is trying to say something. What is it, Jimmy? So,
Do you eat animal crackers?
okay. All right, we got to get her closer
No,
to
but
my.
you know that Oreos
The
are
only-
vegan?
What?
Just
What?
putting it out
That's,
there.
that's the only thing I eat that are animals is animal crackers.
Animal
so I'll
crackers.
give you that, Uncle Nick.
All right. Well, good for you. And big hand for the vegan, everybody. Because I don't know how the hell anybody does that. Especially to, all right. And Isabella, do you also you bake other things, honey, or you cook other things?
Yeah, I love to bake and cook. I always helped her when I was little, so that's kind of how I got started with it. And then now I like it. I'm always on Pinterest looking for things. to do.
Really?
Yeah.
Good for you. Wow. These are not the millennials like the kid that was making the change for the
Right.
third world.
She
These-
made
I'm not
she
that
made for
millennial.
her Italian club in high school one time. She made a
Oh yeah, I made a cake in the shape of a boot.
Italian boot.
Italian boot.
Yeah,
Did you get like first place for that?
I did get first.
Of
place.
course. I would have
Yeah.
given you first place.
So I got it in the shape of the boot. and then I painted it or covered it in frosting like the Italian flag.
With all
Wow.
With all the regions. Yeah.
That's
Wow.
amazing.
With all the regions.
With all the regions.
That's an A student.
Yeah.
Thank you very much. Okay, so a big hand for this group. Marvelous. Now, okay, so I'm going to call up Gina and Joyce Savino. Everybody, Gina Savino. And Joyce Savino. Give her a big hand. All right. Oh, my God. Hotties. Hottie alert. Okay. So here's the deal with these two. These two are already famous from Joe Rocks Live because Joe Rocks goes he goes live and everybody's going crazy, you see, because they know you girls. So Joe Rocks goes live in the hair salon and now who does his hair? Because I think it's Joyce, right?
Joyce. Most of the time.
Yeah. And Joyce sometimes has slapped him with the comb.
Yeah.
I've seen that.
Yeah, he needs a slap every
Yeah, I see the slap with the comb. Joyce is no nonsense. And then Joe always resorts to calling Gina into the scene, perhaps thinking she is going to save him.
Yes.
And Gina doesn't save him. She doesn't slap him, but she kind of gives him the ugh, right? And
Yes.
walks away. And Joe is left there trying to promote the show, trying to, that's it, 132 Ferry. He's always saying that. He says that in his sleep. 132 Ferry Street, because sometimes he'll just be talking to me and it comes out 132. I'm like, I know this. So anyway, this is Gina and Joyce of Joyce's Unisex Salon, 132 Ferry Street, Everett, Mass. They're famous on What's the Story with Maria and just in life in general, and Joe Rocks, of course. And their grandpa, look at how handsome he is, Uncle Louie. Oh my God, that was a good-looking, fine-looking man.
Yeah.
And one time you cracked me up and you go, and he was probably packing. You said that, right?
He didn't need to pack.
He didn't need to pack, because you were scared of him, right?
Yes. He taught me how to fight.
Did he?
Yes.
What? And
That
what
was
did,
the first thing he taught me.
what did he say? I love that.
Well, I had a neighbor that I always used to fight, and if I came home beat up, he'd send me back out.
He
Make
did?
sure he
So
got
what
better of it.
would he say? Go back and
Yeah,
beat
he'd
that.
send me back out.
Oh my God!
And then he taught
She
me
beat up boys. Boys are the
Yeah.
best targets.
Yeah, it was great.
Because if you beat up a girl, you feel like a loser. You're like, I pulled her hair. She's a girl.
Yeah.
You feel I could never hit a girl, but a guy, bang.
Yeah.
That's it.
Yeah.
And I used to flip. I used to love flipping boys. I told Rena earlier that her dad, Joe Pugnali, taught me because he was a wrestler. So he taught me how to do all these great flips. And Uncle Joe Savino from Margaret Street used to love to watch me do this. So I used to do it just to make him laugh. And I used to flip boys. And boys would be like, get away from me! Like, here she comes. That's that girl that wants to flip us. What is that about? So I was always like, oh, dude, boom. And they were like crying. But I was fun. I loved it. So anyway, I'm not doing that anymore. I don't flip boys anymore.
Oh, good.
So, okay. So you guys went, now you said, I was telling once that my sister used to cut all my doll's hair, right, Carla?
Oh, yes. Oh,
Right.
we have something
I know. She made me think of it.
That's my favorite thing.
So you,
play with their dolls. and
I didn't
dolls.
play with my dolls. My
Yeah,
sister
I
will
did.
attest. And my sister said that she took all my dolls, and they were making cans, tuna fish cans, and ottomans, and all
And then
that.
my sister got a G.I. Joe, and I said,
Well, I got a GI Joe, and what'd you say?
Get Ken.
Forget Woo!
G.I. Joe any day.
Oh my God! And Armed Radio, of course, loves GI Joe. So, speaking of GI Joe, our cousin Joanna Abundanza, who I was trying to get here, but she couldn't be here because her son, Jordan Hoey, is in the ROTC. He just finished boot camp, and we want a big hand for our armed services. So he was home today, and she said, I want to cook for my son. I haven't seen him in a month. So nothing comes before you kids, right?
No.
That's right.
So congratulations, Jordan Hoey and Joanna's son. Okay, so these two, when was it that you had the dolls and you were cutting them?
Yeah.
And was it your dolls?
I thought I
My
gave you
dolls.
good
Oh
haircuts.
no! And
All my babies.
what happened? That's it. She just cut them, and then
Yeah.
Y'all got nice crew cuts.
crew cuts. Oh my God!
All head shaved.
That's
Yeah.
it. And when did you know you were going to be hairdressed? Did you both know at the same time?
No.
Or who went first? The chicken or the
Oh,
egg?
it was
Who
me.
went?
Yeah, it was definitely me.
Joyce
You-
was always going to be here.
Yes.
You always.
Gina can tell you
Same
why
thing
she's
with
a
my sister.
hairdresser.
Well, I
Well,
went
why-
to college.
Okay, good
be
for
a
you.
chef.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Yes.
Well, that's why you made the coconut cake.
Yes.
My
Gina's
favorite.
a
My
fabulous
favorite.
cook.
It's for you.
I believe it. I love you.
So,
Yeah, I should
I
say.
love you.
so
Thank you.
I love you too.
All right.
So when Joyce was opening up her own beauty salon, my mother decided that Gina had to go back to school to be a manicurist because Joyce was opening up a beauty salon.
What?
And I needed a manicure. She needed a manicure. So you didn't tell my mother no.
I wouldn't have told your mother no.
No, right. So I said, okay, Ma. So I went back to school and to become a manicurist, even though I went to 4 years of college to be a chef. And, yep.
So that was kind of like
Honest to
yeah.
God. Honest to
Well,
God.
that is if
Yeah.
that is not Italian.
Yep.
Guilt. That's
No.
just it. It's
Yes.
like, no, your sister needs a
Absolutely.
manicurist.
Yes, that's
Take
right.
your chef. Take that degree and get out of here.
That's how I opened the salon. I didn't know I was ready to open the salon. My mother told me I was ready.
So your mother said
Yes.
you're opening the salon, and
Yeah.
has it always been in
I was
132
20.
Sarah?
I wasn't ready to open a salon. She told me you're ready. I said, okay.
Good
Yeah.
for her, but you
Yeah.
did it.
Yeah. I did,
So
yeah.
you jumped off you just took that leap.
Yeah.
And are you glad you did it?
Yes, absolutely.
All right. So Debbie,
Yes.
thank you, Debbie.
Thank you, Mom.
Thank you, Mom. Debbie Savino. I love Debbie Savino, and you know what I loved about Debbie Savino? She could dance.
Yeah.
That woman could dance.
Yes.
I loved it. They used to
Yeah,
cut
she
up the
liked to have
rug
fun.
with Maurice's dad and mom, and
Yes,
your dad and
oh,
mom.
yeah.
They could,
Yes.
and they
Yes.
used to dress to kill. Like
Yes.
Rat Pack had nothing
Yes.
on them,
Yes.
and I love that whole thing. So now your kids are creative too, right?
Yes.
So your daughter, I follow her on Instagram. She's a makeup artist with Gianna,
Yes.
who is my buddy now. You know,
Yes.
we have a whole other thing going on.
Yes,
But
she
she's
told me.
hysterical. So anyway, wonderful, and you're both dog lovers. Oh my
Oh,
God!
yes. Oh, yes.
So we had our dog shows. How many dogs you have?
4.
4 dogs.
Yes.
Your dogs are big dogs, right?
My dogs are big dogs, yes.
Like Ronnie's dogs. Ronnie,
Yes.
my cousin Ronnie's going to come on.
Yes.
He has big dogs. What kind of the Rottweilers?
Rottweiler, yeah, Rottweiler, and I have Rottweiler and Lab mix too.
Wow. Oh yeah, throw the lab mix in there.
Rottadors,
That'll
yes,
make
yes.
Rottadors.
Yes.
Wow, I like that. And you have little one? No, you have
a
Elvis.
little one, and I have Elvis.
Elvis. What are your dogs' names?
Capo,
Carpo.
Odin, Storm, Sky.
Are they all boys?
2 boys, 2 girls.
Oh, all right. They
Yeah.
get along?
Well, actually, Capo just passed. So
Oh, I'm sorry.
I forgot about that, but
All right, let's not talk
he
about
was
it.
the fifth. No, that's okay. It's
Okay.
okay. He was at a ripe age. He was
All
okay,
right.
Although he was my boy. but-
He was, of course.
Yeah, and then the last one is Asia.
Oh,
Yeah.
wow.
Yeah.
There's a lot of so don't go to her house and try to
Yeah.
break in.
No.
Because forget about it.
Yeah,
Not gonna
forget
happen.
about it.
Not gonna happen. And you have Elvis, and what's the little one?
Abe.
Abe. Oh my
I
God.
used to have Abe and Louie, but Louie passed away, so now I
I
have.
can't
Elvis.
believe it. Louis, your brother's name is Louis too, and your
Yeah.
grandpa's. Is that why you named him Louis?
Absolutely.
I love it. All right, so if you want to get, now you still do manicures? No,
I do it, but I'm a hairdresser.
you're a hairdresser now. Okay.
Because then I needed a hairdresser. So
Because
she
you
had to
need-
go back to school for
Poor
that.
Gina. And Gina, now I remember this from when we were younger. I was a singer, and you were a singer too,
Yes.
right? So Gina could sing, and she could still sing.
Yeah.
So you see what I'm saying? Creativity doesn't have to be one thing. You see, she was a chef, then she became a manicurist because her mother said to, and then her sister needed a hairdresser, so she went to that.
That's right.
You can keep creating. You never stop creating. You
That's
keep
right.
going, right?
Yep.
So now you made the coconut. Let me see those beautiful coconut cupcakes. Oh my God! Look at this. Are you kidding me? Are you kidding me with these?
Go ahead, keep
And
eating.
everybody, go ahead.
Keep eating.
So, oh my God, I can't wait to eat these. All right, thank you, Ron, our security guard, Ron Berge, everybody, Ron Berge. All right, so ladies and gentlemen, Joyce and Gina Savino. I love you so much. Beautiful, beautiful. Oh my God, this is crazy now what's happening. So I believe that we should segue into Ronnie and Rob. Come over here right now because the dogs, this is the dog connection. You see how I'm going with this? Oh my God, this is crazy. Okay, so Robbie has been on the show checking in. Ron, you've checked in once in a while, right?
Yeah, I don't know.
Come on, come closer. Stop being like that. All right, come closer. All right, so these, oh, I love these guys. So this is Ronnie, and Robbie loves me more. Who loves me more? Ronnie, this is Ronnie, and this is, stop it, you can't, no, or actually you can eat if you want.
I
Now
want
it's
to taste
time.
the.
All right. you
I'm
can
only
take-
here for the food.
All right, you guys can eat, actually. It's fine if boys eat. Boys can eat on the show. Oh my God, that's right, Isabella, you have to check. So these guys are my very famous, handsome cousins, and you both, you guys you are carpenters, you're plumbers, you're a computer, you do all that computer stuff,
Yep.
but you build a lot of stuff, right?
Yeah.
Now, what
A lot
were
of
some of the
stuff.
things that you build? Because I know that you and John build a lot of stuff together.
Yeah,
right?
me and John work together. We do a bunch of stuff, all different handyman stuff for different customers and.
Now, can people hire you if they want?
Yeah, they can hire me.
All right, so
I don't like working side work, but
yes,
I gotta.
You got to do it. You got 3 daughters and a beautiful wife.
Yep.
You got to come up with some cha-ching.
Some cake. That's
Yeah.
what I was today.
I know.
See the
I'm
pants?
telling you. Oh, you were painting today. I'm telling you, we have 3 beautiful daughters and a beautiful wife. That's what happens. Girls need money, right? Daughters are expensive. I've heard that. So you and Ronnie, you were plumber still? You still working for Boston Gas over there, right?
No, Boston Gas is gone.
It's gone. Now what are you doing? You're doing a lot of
Home
things.
serve, heating, air conditioning.
And you're also a hunter, amazing hunter, and you train your
Fishing.
dogs, fishing, hunting. There's a lot of camouflage at this house. There was so much camouflage, I couldn't find myself.
I'm actually wearing camouflage underwear right now.
You have that's why I didn't recognize you.
That's why.
What
It
a
looks,
phone, right?
That's why it looks like he's got no ass.
Oh, that's why he's got a flat ass. It was the camouflage. So yeah, there's a lot of camouflage in that house, and your wife is very creative with anything that you.
Yeah, I wanted you to mention that, because other women are looking. I wanted you to know that.
No,
I'm married. I'm married.
Yes. You know what? I'm actually glad you said that.
I see a lot of people
Yes,
checking in
a
there. It
lot
might
of
be
people.
because of me, but
Oh my God! I mean, a lot. Listen, look
Hi, Lee.
away, because Ronnie and Robbie are both married now. Let me tell a quick story. This could happen to you if you came to New York, but Robbie came to New York to visit, and I was working downtown and singing and all that stuff. And Robbie came in, and he's hot, right? I know you think you're hotter, but you're hotter in what they would call a bear kind of way. Right. Robbie's hotter in like a different kind of way, right?
Like a penguin.
Like a model. Okay, so he's in there. Everybody went crazy. Oh my God, who is that? Oh my God. I go, that's my cousin. He's married. Oh my God. Not just girls, guys, everything. At one point, a gay man leapt into his arms, and Robbie caught him. The gay man had just caught him. Robbie was there, and all Robbie's straight guy friends were like, "Let me take a picture of it. And then all the straight guys, friends of Robbie's, were like, "Can I hold him too?" So they wanted to hold the gay guy too. It was Adam Chandler. Adam, if you're watching. And then Robbie called me a couple days later. He's like, "What was the guy with the Daisy Dukes?" I was like, Adam Chandler. So Robbie was lovely with men, women. They all wanted to leap into his arms. I trust that you would probably not like that, right?
Probably not.
Would you body slam? I don't know. But your dad was a wrestler, right? Now, do you remember? Stop that right now. Now, you remember when we were little, you were about 7, I was about 8, and your dad used to take us. He was a wrestler. Yeah. And we used to go, this is the coolest thing. We used to go to, it was the arena, Boston Arena at the time, not the Boston, before it was the Garden. And Uncle Joe, who was a wrestler, used to take us backstage. So we were these little kids, used to sit us up on the thing. We met Bruno Sammartino, Chief Jay Strongbow, all those guys of that time. And Uncle Joe was there. Joe Savino, he went by, Joe Spartacus, Joe Crugnali, sometimes, whoever you needed him to be. And so I always remember that. And so I learned all my body slamming moves from your dad and from you. So thank you. If I need someone body slammed, you're my guy.
You're the guy.
And you also shoot a bow, right?
Shoot the bow, fishing. Don't let your kids play with those stupid games anymore. Fishing and hunting.
You're right, though. Fishing and hunting. All right, everybody, a big hand.
Or any other sports.
Or any other sports. Please get them up. Ron and Robbie Crugnali.
Pass me a piece of prosciutto over there, man.
Please, now you can eat the prosciutto. Oh, as a matter of fact, this would be a great time to talk about our antipasto show called Gay. All right, so what do we have here? We have prosciutto, mozzarella, that's a bocconcini. We have olives. These delicious. Please eat them. And Rena, what did you say? I got the pits. I'm sorry. Rena, what did you say the 3 salamis were? The 3 salamis were, where'd Rena go? Bruzzese, Calabrese, and Genoa. Yes, there are different kinds of sausage, American people. Or as we as kids used to refer to everybody that wasn't Italian as the Irish people. And our family would be like, people would bring stuff on. They'd be like, Jesus Christ, what are they, Irish? Because they didn't bring anything. So we have to, how many pizzas did you order? We ordered 10. Well, thank God, because the Irish people, they'd be 2 pizzas. So even if you weren't Italian, it didn't matter if you were German, English, Polish, you were Irish. That's all we knew. So anyway, we're
quick
not.
Story.
Yes.
I got a quick story.
Yeah, go ahead.
About the Irish.
I got to bring Uncle Nicky on.
Rita, you're in here, right? So one day, one of my friends says, "Hey, can I come over your house?"
A little loud.
One of my friends
Says, hey, can I come over to your house?
My friend says, hey, can I come over and have Sunday dinner with you? And I'm like, yeah, sure. So I asked Pa, I'm like, hey, can you come over? And he's like, yeah, sure. So we're sitting there and Ma makes, the normal sauce, meatballs, spaghetti, everything, right? So we're eating. All of a sudden, this kid picks up the noodle.
The noodle.
Oh, no. Does this.
Oh, wow. Wait, well, let's see the reaction. Oh, no. Oh, no. No, that's bad.
So I'll give you my father's impersonation.
Wow.
This kid doesn't come over anymore.
Oh, my God. That's it?
That was it.
That was the last time that Irish kid came over.
Yeah, and then I said, hey, can I come to your house for Sunday dinner?
What did he say?
He said, yeah.
And what'd you eat?
I had English muffin pizzas.
Oh. Wow. That's a good story. Remember that. Remember that. Beware. Do not go to the Irish houses for Sunday dinner.
Let us cater it.
Let the Italians cater it. I love it. Thank you very much. That's right. That's what the Montescopo says, right?
Yep. No,
Sebastian
I said
Montescopo.
it first.
You said it before him?
He probably stole
it from me.
Yeah.
He probably did.
I'll vouch for him.
Yeah.
Oh, my God. All right. Give it up for the Crugnali brothers. As we used to call them when we were little, Reen and I would call them the Scugili brothers. I don't know why. That was just what we said. Oh, my God. This is going crazy. Yes, please. Let me see that. Rena made that. And Uncle Nick, you can come on up here, Uncle Nick. All right. So now, Uncle Nick, Rena made this back in the day, the Scungili brothers, because they actually look like a trio, but this is not a real thing. So you cannot hire the Scungili brothers. Because listen, my friends will be looking online right now. Scungilibrothers.com. Yeah, they can hire you. So anyway, this is also arancini, which is also part of our food section called Kipi. Arancini. These are some of my favorites. You like these, Uncle Nicky?
I had 4 or 5 of them.
Oh, 4 or 5. Oh my God.
I got odds of them.
Oh my God, I love these. These are like my favorites.
Anybody have brioche?
So that you love the brioche when we were kids. So
Yeah.
Uncle Nicky, I want you to. This is my mother's brother. What's happening? This is my mother's brother. Cora, you sure you don't want to sit in here? Come on. No? All right. So I just want to show you this quickly. I'm going to show this. My cousin Cora's here, but she was in the background. She doesn't want to be on camera. There you are. All right. Cora Gotti, also a hairdresser, amazing hairdresser. And this is her mom, Zia Maria, where she is right there, I think, right? Yeah, Zia Maria. And she was my grandfather's sister, and she was amazing, funny, and she loved wrestling. Zia Maria, I'm going to tell this quick story. You're going to stay here with me. One time, Nicole, who's Cora's daughter, came running. It was St. Anthony's Feast. She came running. She's like, oh, my God, Nani's got some girl pinned to a cow. Like, now, this is my Zia Maria, right? I'm like, what? Apparently, some girl had gone after Nicole, and Zia Maria, who had watched wrestling her whole American life when she came here as a young girl, had the girl in a full Nelson.
Yeah.
But wait, the funniest part is she said to Nicole, hold Dia de la Bolsa, which means hold my bag. That is my favorite part of the story. So she had the little pocketbook the Italian ladies carried, hold my purse, and then she put the girl in a full Nelson.
Yeah.
Because she went after Nicole. Listen, the Italian ladies, I don't care how old they were, they could throw down. And that's it. So, Uncle Nicky, you had you are my mother's brother.
Yes.
And I love that about you. And you also were my idol growing up. I don't know if you know that.
Thank you.
Yes.
Me too.
Right?
Thank you.
And we all loved you, Uncle Nicky, because he was only 14 years older than me. Who said that? Who made that noise?
I think it was Bergie.
Yeah, Bergie always. So you were going to tell me a story. Go ahead. Tell me a story.
Well, I think you asked me the other day why I don't have an accent. Me and my brothers and sisters all born from Italy.
That's true. That's true.
Yeah, born in Italy and we came to America. But I'm the only one that doesn't have an accent. My sisters still have an accent till this day, but they talk sweet and they can be understood beautifully. My brother Johnny had this, I don't want to call it a defect, but he used to mix things up. Like he used to say, I go to St. Anthony's School. What school you went to? Or he would say, one time he was arguing with this older guy, and he says to the guy, miss on you, pista. Go in your own backyard and back off. You ain't so muck and fudge. There, put that in your stack and poke it. And I said, wow, what did he say? Like, he couldn't say, put that in your pipe and smoke it. And so he had this bad habit of getting things mixed up.
Malaprops, yeah, they call him.
But he
malaprops.
thought he was Elvis Presley because his
Yes.
name was Johnny Be Good, you know. So he ended up with almost the prettiest girl in the North End for that age group. Her name was Lucy. She lived up the street from us. But she also had a defect, and it was either a hole in the heart, a bad valve or something. But they were boyfriend and girlfriend, and Lucy's father says, listen, before you and Johnny become more closer together and possibly get married, I think you should be upfront and tell him about your heart condition. And a couple of weeks later, the father asked her again, did you tell Johnny this? And she says, no, it never seems like the right time. I wanted to tell him, but it wasn't right. So that Friday night, my brother goes over to pick up Lucy, and he's sitting in the parlor with her dad, and the father says, Johnny, I don't know if you know this, but my daughter has acute angina. And my brother says, I know that, and she got a bigger tits too.
Oh, no. Oh, no.
No.
I can't believe it. That's a true story.
Yes.
Wow.
No.
Uncle Nicky, thank you for sharing that with us. Let me tell you that Uncle Nicky was in Maine today. He was in Maine. On vacation for 2 weeks and drove down in the torrential downpours and just to be here. So what it means to be from Maine, it's not just for Poland Springs.
Yeah.
It's for Uncle Nicky too. So Uncle Nicky, now you were 6 years old when you moved here.
Yeah.
And you went to school in the North End.
Yeah.
You're a North End guy like Joe Rocks.
Yes.
You guys love the North End, right?
Yes.
So there is a picture on Facebook. I think I sent it to you of you and Rocky and
In front of the church.
I love
Yeah,
that picture.
I love that picture.
That's
too.
like that should be on a North End book.
Yeah.
So thank you. I love you.
you,
Also,
love you
Uncle
too.
Nicky, when we were kids, was the guy that read all these amazing poetry books. You were a hippie, right?
Yeah. I was in training.
You were trained to be a hippie. He had the best bell bottoms, right?
Oh, yeah.
The best bell bottoms.
With the creases.
Oh,
Yes,
the
the-
creases that your mother ironed.
If you're an Italian guy, how do you know an
Yeah.
Italian guy in the neighborhood?
Yes.
Creases in the jeans.
Yeah.
Because the Italian mothers, they that's it. Everything had to be ironed.
Yeah.
Everything. So the Italian guys had creases in the jeans.
Yeah.
Oh my God. All right. So
So just one thing.
tell me.
Johnny, I'm sorry.
Another one?
No, that was it. I'm sorry. And I told the whole world the story.
Yeah, now everybody.
That's the time I chose to tell it.
Yeah, but listen, there's never a better time than what's the story with Maria, because that's the story.
It's because I just want to be.
Stay here for a second, though.
Yeah.
When I said to Joe Rocks, I said, I want to call the show What's the Story with Maria, he got it right away. Because in the North End, you didn't say, I'm curious about that person. What did you say if you saw that guy over there?
Hey,
Yeah,
Keepy,
right. But what would you say,
give me
Schmoopy?
a bite.
What's the story with that guy, right? What's the story with that guy? Yeah, what's the story? You looked at someone like that and you were like, you gave him the side eye. You're like, what's the story with that guy? You wanted to know what the story was.
I usually yell, "Hey, scumbag!"
Right. Oh my God. We got to tell that story. So Joanna couldn't be here. So Joey Abendanza, who's Joanna's brother, and Simigalina's son, these guys were all working on a really expensive house, and it was like a spiral staircase. And they were all doing like laying floors, doing cabinetry, putting in the piping, whatever. And they were working on this, and they had this big contract. So Joey Abendanza, who was a very colorful guy, he was a colorful guy. He was, he drove up in his big truck, and he walked up, and he was looking for them, Ronnie, Robbie, and they weren't answering. They weren't him, Ronnie, Robbie, because they were working, right? All of a sudden, he yells up, and right in front of the lady, goes, "Hey, scumbags!"
Wow.
Yeah, loud as can be, and they had to evacuate the premises and tell Joey, Jesus Christ, this is like an expensive contract. He was like, wow, what the hell? And then Ronnie was in the truck with Joey, and Joey was driving, and he, just to be funny, around the rotary, went really fast. Everybody went, you were driving.
Joey, hold on.
Joey, go, come on. Come here, tell this story, please. This is important. You tell this story, please, and please tell the story. And, come on,
So-
okay, I'm gonna eat if you don't mind.
Was
Go
this-
ahead, keep eating. Go ahead.
So me and Joey are driving. I'm
Yeah.
driving. Joey's sitting next to me.
Yeah,
And I took a turn a little too hard,
yeah.
and
Rotary.
Joey come flying over on top of me. And I'm trying to do the turn. I can't do it. I'm starting
Now
to
Joey
go
was a
over.
big guy.
Yeah.
Joey was not a small person. He was a big person.
So I'm driving like this now, and he's on top of me, and I'm trying to push him over like this.
And what's he
Can't
doing?
do
He's
it.
like leaning, right? Like
leaning.
this.
I'm like, Joey, get over there, get over, get over.
He's leaning.
We went over a little bit of bumps. And
How'd you get rid of him? Oh, you had to turn the other way.
Yeah, I finally got him over the other side.
By turning. That was really smart.
That was a good story.
Oh my God. So that's the section of the show. That's the section of the show called "Oh my God, you're so smart."
Yeah.
What's the name of that section called? Oh my God, you're so smart. I smell a series. Oh my God.
Is this still a sampler?
No, you can take it. Get out of here. All right, so we're coming to the end of our show. Thank you for. Oh my God, I didn't talk about Parziale. Jesus Christ. All right. So there's more food because you know what? We Italians, we just go ahead, keep eating. Okay, so we didn't want to run out of food, so we bought 8,000 pounds of it. So, and then I had to cut the slices in half. Okay, so they would, you know, we stretch them out. So Parziale, I went to Umberto's, which is my favorite pizza in the North End. It's called Galleria Umberto. It's on Hanover Street, or as the Italian ladies used to say, La Nova Stretta. I don't know. Just like Salem Street is Salem Street. I don't know where that came from. In New Hampshire, it's a New Hampshire, right? I don't know where they rename these things. So I don't know if Jimmy Bell knows it. He lives in New Hampshire, but he does. And sometimes I send packages to New Hampshire because I love Jimmy Bell. So thank you, Jimmy Bell. But anyway, so I went to, I was going to go to Galleria Umberto, and they're closed. Because Italian places take vacation for like a month. What the hell is that about? So they took it for a month. So I had to think on my feet, but I actually do love Parziale. And the Nonna Brucia, my grandma, told me that Parziale was the first. It's on Prince Street, or actually they would say Prince Street. So Prince Street in the North End, just near Margaret Street. So Parziale was the first pizza place in the North End ever. It was before, it was Bova and Parziale were the first ones, she told me. And then Umberto kind of copied them. He had a little place. We used to go, my grandma would give us $1. We'd buy 4 slices of pizza. That's how cheap. And then my grandfather would give us $1 and we'd buy 2 packs of Old Gold filters. Because your grandmother wanted to slice the pizza and your grandfather wanted the Old Gold filters. That's what they did back then. They smoked the Old Golds. And so for $2, you know, you could really hook it up, right? So Umberto's is amazing, and I love it, and that is but I got a shout out to Parziale, they have not painted in 72 years. Yeah, you please talk to them, they could use it. It's the same equipment, the same guys are still working there, but they make the most. I love the pizza, and you don't have to heat it up or anything. It's good cold, and it's just perfect. And so a shout out to Parziale because they were open today. But this is what I love about the North End bakeries and all that. When they run out, they run out. So, and I love that. Like they open up at usually 10 or 11, and then they're like by 1 o'clock. Like my grandmother, because I forgot the bread. I'm like, oh, no, I gotta go get back. Get some bread. She goes, "Ariapro, because they're gonna kill her. You're kidding." I'm like, what? What do you mean they close at 2? Ariapro, please, because they run out of the bread. And I'm like, they're gonna run out of bread. It's a bakery. I went back there. They had 2 loaves on the shelf. It was like $1.14. What the hell? And I'm like, can I get those slices? She's like, and the guy behind was like, fuck. He wanted to, yeah, that's it. And it was over. And I got the 2 last, and then the door closed. That's how they do it. But you know what? That's how they used to do it in Italy too. When you run out, because you don't have anything for the next day. There's no such thing as sale items. Right. There's no such thing as lunch specials, which is really the stuff left over from the day before. So the North End, I can't say enough about it. That's where I grew up. I went to St. Anthony's School. The nuns tried to hit me, but I was very fast. That's the only reason they used to try to, So, but I can't say enough about Catholic schools. Can't say enough about the North End. It's, to me, still the only Little Italy, really. I mean, it's great. And Philly's pretty cool, too. But North End doesn't have much of a Little Italy anymore. You got to go to the north end of Boston. I mean, Little Italy in New York, it doesn't really. There's not much. So what we want to do is, if there's a way for everybody to get back here for a second, everybody to kind of get, if we can, or like as much as we can, I'm going to try to swing this around. I want to thank everybody that showed up tonight, who are these wonderful people in my family, and this is just the tip of the iceberg. First of all, I want to thank Joe Rocks. Here he is, and the coach as himself. Get out of here, Ronnie. Jesus, they're famous, man. All right, so they are on Thursday nights, 10 p.m. Eastern. Joe Rocks Live, and the coaches himself will be on. It's a really great show. You're going to love it. As Joe says, a lot of background noise. Strippers. Okay.
Animals.
Listen, so this is, we got Ron and Rena Berge. They have let us use their house. Thank you so much. We got Marie. Wait, what do we got there? Let me see. Cora, Robbie, Gina Savino, everybody. We got Marisa Raskowski. Go Red Sox. We're in first place. First place.
Maurice, these are nice
We got-
sausage.
They are nice. Isabella Raskowski. That's my sister Carla Schleif, and she's at European Flair 1202
Main Street, Concord, Mass.
That's right. That's Angelica Schleif, and that
And all
is
the bad energy's out.
the bad energy. Said the salt. That's it. That's the beautiful Joyce Savino, and she has Joyce's Unisex Salon, which Gina Savino works at. Oh shit! Oh, the lights went out. Oh, somebody stepped on the light. All right, it doesn't matter. We're fine. And who else was back there that we did? Ronnie. Oh my God! Somebody said. All right. Just in time to end our show. We love you, everybody. We're glad you were here. Come back and watch What's the Story with Maria every Tuesday, 9 p.m. We're in the dark now. Oh, I love it. Everybody get your goddamn phones out. We're in the dark. We love you. We appreciate you. Did I miss anybody? No? All right. And Jim Bell, we love you, Jim Bell. He's our engineer, and he helps us every week. Please come back every week. What's the Story with Maria? That's it for now. Say good night, everybody.
Hey, there's Pinocchio
It's who I am.